my other one, I was trying to describe to everybody exactly what the different things. Pretty much. Here, let me go back real quick. Quite literally. Okay. All customers. Well, no, I don't want to lose that. Pretty much, as you can see at the very top, you can tell a class. Now there are other classes there from, you know, the one that I had previously, which was the Guardians fighter. There's also just a straightforward fighter. This don't mean to be sexist or anything. I figured I might as well be Ranger, and on top of that, my character is a halfling, which actually makes it even more, you know, awesome. Because, I mean, think about this. You got a small character shooting arrows at you from a distance, so, you know, whatever. But then you get to customize your character, change the body type, the face structure, head, hair, etc. It's really actually quite simple. You know, it's not one of those games you get into and you're just like, oh my god, I'm being overpowered by the amount of information that I have to process for this particular character. What the heck is going on? No, it's nothing like that. Once you get past your ability scores and your appearance, you get into your deity, which is pretty much you choosing who you want to be your god. I went with Lady Luck, or in this game it's Taimora, and I don't know, I mean, I figured, what would a blind halfling need better than, you know, luck? You also have choices between the dwarven god right here, sun god, I don't know exactly what she does, but then there's like the father of the elven race, there's the god of death and life and judgment, there's the forest father, that would be more of an elven thing, the moon goddess, that's an interesting one because I actually had that for my thief. I don't know exactly what they do as of yet, but as we progress I will continue to keep you in the loop for each of these. Now, let me continue here. Pretty much you get to choose your backstory. So, you got different locations that you can choose from. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Like I said, I'm hoping the video quality is going to be better on this one. But you have different locations that you can choose from. They have different supportive lores for you. In this case, I went with the Grey Veil. Now, there are 3 selections: Heroics, Secession, Savage Youth, or Woodland Hunter. I'm going to go with the Woodland Hunter because of the fact that I like the backstory. It was interesting to me. Each of them have their own different helpful backstories. Crap, I lost my name. I wound up going, you know, with something interesting for the name. I just can't remember what it was. But because I figured my particular halfling is, you know, blind, which actually I didn't explain that in the beginning. I actually made my character blind. You can choose that in the appearance settings under eyes. It's got a different like set of like, you could either choose fully blind or only blind in one eye, or you know, you got a large pupil and different things like that. So let's see, where is it? Fleetfoot. No. Short Cloak seems to be a very popular one. Goblin Foe, no. Steel Farmer, no. And, oh, Trickfoot, no, that won't work. But, oh, there we go, Lightfoot, Cat, Lightfoot, that'll work. There we go, random selection. Now, when it comes down to the center section, where it has your strengths, your constitution, dexterity, wisdom, etc., that would be under your ability scores. Now, whatever race you choose has 1 to 2 choices where you can increase the amount of 2 of those particular skills. Now with mine, it was Constitution and Dexterity. Now with being a Ranger, it all ties together pretty much. Me being a Ranger, I have a higher Dexterity. I added onto the Dexterity by being a halfling. So, because they are faster of foot, etc., harder to hit, quite literally it's easiest for those two to mix. You can quite honestly stick to, you know, the generic thing. Pretty much humans could be pretty much anything. Elves, they were more rangers than anything, and then etc. And they kind of build off of each other. Well, when you first go into this, obviously you want to have something that's going to be cohesive. You don't want to sit there and wind up picking a race that doesn't go with the kind of class you're going with. So obviously half orc, you're gonna go with like a hack and slash kind of situation. The previous character that I had up there was actually a demon slash human mix. I can't remember how to pronounce it properly, so I'm not even gonna try. So anyway, and they're more of a magical breed, which I kind of went against that and decided, hey, why not? I'll make her a sword and shield kind of girl. So I'm gonna start off here. As you can probably see, it's gonna take a little bit to load, but you start off on a beach, and I will show you that right now. Quite literally, you get flashes of the dragon that attacked your ship. You wake up, and voila, you see the ship is wrecked on the beach. Oh no, woe is me, woe is me. And then you find a really tall guy who's not actually that tall, especially if you're what do you call it, much taller than him. But I look like a child in this particular form. Pretty much you get to choose what he appeals about you. So if you say seeking adventure and riches, he'll kind of have an abrasive thing. Nevermore is my home. That's my business. I don't remember. Pretty much this character doesn't really matter in the long run, from what I can tell. And you'll see why after this video is pretty much done. I'm just gonna go with that's my business. Yeah. Now, when it comes down to it, obviously, with my character looking as she does, it's not appealing in any way, shape, or form. So, you gotta go around. What is that? It's another halfling. Who are you? Hello. Either that's a halfling or that's a dwarf. I can't tell the difference. I think they're slightly taller. Anyway, moving on. Look at that, I got a tunic. Yeah. Now, as you can see off onto the left-hand side, it has self-explanatory instructions. So pretty much you want to hit the L1 and then hit the left arrow, and then you can activate your different stuff. So equipped. Look, I'm more decent. Yeah. Now everybody may be wondering why I chose a female character. Female characters have smaller hit boxes. It's easier for you to sit there and move about and shoot with a character who has a smaller hitbox. No, I am not trying to be a girl. Yes, I've heard this before. Now, I've previously explained this, but pretty much you can talk to anybody. They won't always have a decent conversation for you. But on top of that, healing at the campfire is one of those crucial things. Talk to anybody that has a question mark or some other kind of mark above their head. I think it's I don't remember what it's called. But quite literally with this one, obviously you have to be in range, and wow, that even had a curve to it. Nice. Now with a long range character, it's obviously best to be as far away from them as possible without hitting or needing to hinder yourself, I guess you'd say. Where is this person? Heal me, heal me. Okay. At first, obviously, you're gonna have to go around and make sure that you're doing what they're telling you to do, because obviously it's kind of a given. Because this is just an orientation, I guess you'd say. Now, you can quite honestly kill every single one of these characters, because guess what? It does nothing for your health, or your experience, I should say. Now, my sensitivity is up a little bit, so that's why, if you're wondering why I'm sitting there jerking around, it's because of that. I did that because when I was my mischief maker, quite honestly, I was sitting there spinning about, and what do you call it? Now, obviously, with these lower ranked characters, even if they do get close to you, you quite honestly can just hit them and be done with it. Look at this. I can walk right up to this guy, walk past him, and he won't attack. The only way that this one will attack in this earlier stages is if you attack them. Again, like I said previously, with the whole aiming at the targets, that is crucial when it comes down to sword fighters. So pretty much anybody that is going to sit there and be using a sword, or even a long-range character such as a magician or otherwise. That guy apparently is a mage of some kind. Oh, he's that crystal guy. Nice. So pretty much when you're, as you can tell, he has to sit there and actually aim at the characters. I'm so small I can hide in a bush. Look, I'm hiding. You can't even see me. How far I have to be to actually hit somebody. Again, I will gain the ability to have a companion. You will always have that ability no matter what. The linkage between this game and the online version, I don't know if there are actually any benefits or not, besides the fact that you get that tiger. So pretty much you make an account and you link it to your actual game, and it'll actually ask you to do so when you first start. I would suggest doing so because you get benefits from it. Small ones, but you still get them. Let's see, I'll continue on from here. Pretty much the only way you're getting experience at this point in time is by what do you call it? By completing this orientation. Look at the dwarf. You. It's important to remember to stop at those fireplaces. Split chat. In this section, they will attack you in groups. Oh, that was interesting. But as you can tell, this gentleman right here is the same race that I was previously. Let's see if I can get a closer look. Yeah. He's the same race as I was previously. He is an actual mage. He uses like, I think it's fire abilities. Your cleric or your healer also uses such abilities. Let's see. So if you wanted to be pretty much a healer, I would suggest going for it, because there are benefits to it. You not only get the opportunity to sit there and help those in need, but also you get to, you know, throw some fireballs. Let's see, what is this? Do I need this? No, I don't need that. Now, as you can tell, once you set in, you quite honestly are set in. So if you're at a distance from your opponent and they are charging you, I would suggest firing off any distance abilities that you may or may not have. I would suggest you, quite honestly, using your close combat. Unfortunately, for most of the long-range characters, like a ranger, it's suggested that you stay as far away as possible. And as you can see, I've quite honestly have gained 2 levels since we started. You quite honestly start the game close to level 5 without any issues whatsoever. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I like that. That which I just did now is actually a special ability. And now starts the fun part. They can attack. They're slow, but they can attack. And that's what that ability is good for. Long-range, multi-targeted abilities are amazing. I'm loving this range abilities. Gotten so accustomed to having to sit there and hit an enemy who's within like 2 feet of me that it kind of is awesome. Now up ahead, you will run into your old pal, old friend, old buddy, old, you know, etc. And you will go through a gate. From that gate, you will face a giant of a massive beast. Look, it's Private Wilfred. That sounds like a dog. Well, I guess. On to Sleeping Dragon Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. If you haven't been here already, go ahead and join us again, from the beginning, I guess you'd say. I would definitely suggest it. Ooh, that's effective. I guess that's another benefit. If you're out of their range, I guess you can't get hit, right? Also, for every companion you have, use them to your abilities. Like, to your best of your ability. So that means if you need to, use them to block you. Stay out of range of pretty much everybody. Now, when it comes down to it, more often than not, these things will sit there and drop something for you and be appreciated. Unfortunately. Stay out of the red circles at all times. And voila, as I said before, they will drop things for you. Make sure you pick them up, because you can always when it comes down to it, you can always sell the stuff. Out of their range, no worries. As I said previously, I would not really care about this particular character. It kind of gives you the hint that, or the thought that you're supposed to care about him, but truthfully, you just saw what happens. Yes, he is intimidating. No, he is not that bright. Yes, it is perfect for a orientation. No, I would not suggest you sitting there trying to kill as many of those damn things in the beginning as possible. I would just run past them if possible. Okay, as you all saw, that is the beginning of Neverwinter. It is a tedious little intro, but once you get into it, you kind of... I'll put it this way, within one evening, I went from level, like, 7 to 15. Just because of the fact that I did not only, you know, kill multiple enemy characters, or NPCs, but I also completed a shitload of those little missions, and you will grow rapidly if you're diligent about it. I don't want to take too much more time, so quite honestly, this is all it's going to be for right now. I will more than likely get on tomorrow with another video. I'll just start you off where I left, or started you off last time, or end you where I started you off last time. This gentleman right here is Knox, Sergeant Knox, standing on a podium, or at least looks like a podium. But anyway, quite honestly, this is where I started you guys off last time. The only difference is that I already got this stuff previously with the poacher's bow. Nice. So leave a like, leave a comment, leave, you know, anything you want to. I'm not opposed to talking to people. I will be on my cell phone pretty much the rest of the evening, or playing something on here. If you are one of my friends, or if you want to be my friend, go ahead and add me. I'm not opposed to, you know, adding anybody. So I wish you all the best of luck in this game. If you do... Oh, I have a person just joining in now. Hey, just so you know, I'm actually about to end the broadcast. If you want to, Subsonic Germ on YouTube. So that way you can get an orientation as to what the video is actually, or what the game is about. I'm not exactly positive as to whom you may be. If you could shoot me a comment, that'd be awesome. But I was just gonna sign off real quick because I had to take care of some stuff. But any comment? Hello? Hello? Someone commented, Max the Walrus. Hey! What's up? Okay, anyway, but I was just about to sign off real quick and go take care of my stuff. If you're at all interested, the game is free. I would wholeheartedly suggest you do so. And if anything, go ahead and look me up. If I'm on, you know, I'll play with you. You know, I'll join your guild and whatnot, and we'll go through some, or not your guild, your, would it be considered a guild? Troop. And we'll take down some baddies with me. Okay. And I'm going to sit there and sign off now, because all I'm doing is talking and talking and talking. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please come again.